This is the Evil Never Dies podcast with Brett and Carl. This podcast may contain adult themes, violence, and strong language. Listener discretion is advised.
Hey, everybody. I'm Brett, and I'm here with my co-host Carl, and we're the hosts of the Evil Never Dies podcast, and we are submitting our pick for Jimbo's Christmas special for the Tragedy of Cinema podcast. What's going on, Carl?
Hey, just Merry Christmas to Jimbo and the gang.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks for listening to us two idiots. And tonight we are going to be reviewing a horror Christmas movie. Actually, it's a Christmas slasher film. And that movie is Silent Night, Deadly Night from 1984. Did you see this when it first came out, Carl?
No, I did not.
How
Not
long-
in 84, no.
When was the
Saw it
first?
in a video store whenever it came out. I guess, I don't know, maybe 85, 86 is when I first saw it at the video store.
Okay, gotcha. I didn't see it at the theater either, so I probably because it was in November when it came out, I think. So yeah. 'Cause I went to a lot of drive-ins back in the day back then, so well, drive-ins might have been open in November. They used to give you them little heaters, remember? I don't know, it don't get cold.
Never
down
went
here.
to drive-ins. You remember that, Brett? Especially in 1984. I was going to the mall to watch movies.
Going to the mall. All right. This movie is directed by Charles E. Sellier Jr.
Which is weird because this guy did a lot of documentaries and stuff. I don't know where he came up to wanting to do a Santa Claus slasher movie. Did some really good documentaries in his day, too.
Gotcha. Screenplay is by Michael Hickey. Story by Paul Kaimi. Produced by Ira Richard Barmick, Scott J. Schneed, and Dennis Whitehead. Cinematography by Henning Schellerup. Edited by Michael Spence. Music by Perry Botkin. What do you think of the score on this?
Not impressed at all, honestly.
Not impressed at all. Okay.
Not one bit.
All right. I didn't think it was that bad, actually. I think it fit the movie.
It's
for sure.
unmemorable, and yeah, so I call it unmemorable. So if I don't remember it, it's not impressive to me.
All right. Let's see here. Production company Sleigh Ride Productions Incorporated. Distributed by TriStar Pictures. It was released on November 9th, 1984, right before the holiday season. Has a running time of 82 minutes for the theatrical version and 85 minutes for the unrated version. Country of origin of the United States, English language, had a budget of $750,000. And it made $2.5 million at the box office in just 10 days. And we'll get into that a little bit later. All right, Carl, let's hear the plot for this movie.
Well, it starts out this families visiting their granddaddy or uncle or somebody who's supposedly in a coma or catatonic or whatever, and he wakes up and tells the kid that Santa Claus was gonna get him, gonna hurt him or kill him or something to that effect. I don't know. So as they're driving home, guess what happens? Some guy dressed like Santa Claus attacks him, shoots the daddy, and tries to rape the mother. So I think this guy and his kid and his brother end up later, and something happens with Santa Claus just mysteriously. So we finally get to the point where he's, I guess, 18, 19, working in a department store, and he witnesses another guy, I think, in a Santa Claus suit trying to hurt somebody. So they throw him the suit and said, "You're going to be Santa Claus. You know what to do, don't you?" Yeah, he knows what to do. And there you go. All these magic misfortunes turns this guy into a Santa Claus killer. Yeah, that's my plot of it. Do you have anything to add or disadd that I got wrong, Bubba?
Well, he was in they went through when he was a kid after the parents were killed. He was in an orphanage with the nuns. They didn't treat him too well either.
Yeah, after the parents were, yeah.
What happened to the baby in the car?
I have no idea. I think he's in part two, actually.
Oh yeah,
I
okay.
believe so.
I don't think I've seen it, so I don't know. All right, let's go over the cast here. First off, we got Robert Brian Wilson as Billy Chapman at age 18. Danny Wagner played 8-year-old Billy.
So I was right. He was 18 when he became the Santa Claus killer. That's pretty remarkable that I remember that from all these years. Because I haven't done any research on this movie. I have to be totally honest.
And you didn't go to YouTube and watch it.
We'll get into that later, too.
Jonathan Best as 5-year-old Billy. Alex Burton as Richard Ricky Chapman. Max Broadhead as 4-year-old Ricky. Melissa Best as Jonathan's real life sister as infant Ricky Chapman. Lillian Chauvin as Mother Superior. Gilmer McCormick as Sister Margaret. Tony Nero as Pamela. Britt Leach as Mr. Sims. Nancy Borganite as Miss Helen Randall. Linnea Quigley as Denise. Will Hare as Grandpa Chapman. Tara Buckman as Ellie Chapman. Jeff Hansen as Jim Chapman. Charles Deercup as Killer Santa, the criminal that killed the parents off. Don Shanks as Santa climbing in the window.
I know him.
And Judith Roberts as Mother Superior uncredited. And that is the cast of Silent Night, Deadly Night. All right, here. Let's see. What do we got? Did this thing win any awards? I don't think so.
Maybe one of the what do they call those awards?
The Razzies.
Yeah, for sucking.
Oh, let's see here. This film was released by TriStar Pictures, opening in 398 theaters in the Midwest of the United States. In November 2013, it was announced that Fangoria, in association with Brainstorm Media and Screen Vision, would be releasing the film in theaters in the United States throughout December 2013. So they released it back into theaters, huh?
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't. Might have went and seen it if I would have knew. Oh, let's see here. You don't have the Blu-ray or DVD of this, do
No,
you? No,
I'd never owned this on anything.
that was a hard no.
A hard no. I have never owned this on anything. I used to rent it from the B-Star Video. And I think I don't know. I've watched I know what. I think I actually did buy it. And it was one of the kids when they got older. It might have been Michaela, could have been Madison, wanted to watch this stupid thing. And we bought it cheap at Movie Trading Company, watched about part of it. They didn't like it. I took it back the next day and got my money back. So no, I don't own it.
Oh,
It is free on YouTube. That's
yep.
right, free on YouTube, unmonetized. So I don't know who the freak owns this movie, but it's free on YouTube. It's not on streaming anywhere that I can find. So I don't
Me
know
neither.
who owns the distribution rights, but if you want to watch this thing, it's on YouTube, free, no commercial interruptions.
Yep. That's how I watched it.
Yeah.
Because you searched and found it on there. I wouldn't have known. Oh. Oh, let's see here. Opening weekend, this film finished eighth, grossing $1,432,000. It outgrossed Wes Craven's landmark slasher, A Nightmare on Elm Street, which opened the same day. But it only in it was in 235 fewer theaters though. So before being pulled from theaters 10 days later, it grossed 2.4 million. So uh and you probably know why it got pulled, don't you, Carl?
I guess because it's a Santa Claus killer. I don't know.
Yes, people protested big time.
Well, it was the 80s. They protested everything because they were stupid back then when it comes to movies. Now you can watch stuff on regular TV that's 50 times worse.
So I guess we'll get into trivia and I'll talk a little bit more about that. The release of this film was picketed by angry parents who were not happy to see Santa Claus depicted as an axe murderer. Despite the fact that Tales from the Crypt from 1972 had done the exact same thing 12 years earlier, and the movie Christmas Evil from 1980 had done the exact same thing 4 years earlier. As a result, box office receipts plummeted once the film was pulled from theaters after barely 2 weeks. The film was then shelved for another year before it was released on VHS Uncut, which has since gone out of print. So you can't get it on VHS anymore.
You can't get anything on VHS anymore. That's sort of an oxymoron.
This film was known as Sleigh Ride throughout its production. TriStar decided to change the title to Silent Night, Deadly Night at the last minute. They did some crazy stuff back then. TriStar changing names around and stuff. There's a couple other movies we've done where they've done that. Let's see here. The group formed to protect the film and lobby for it to be removed from theaters was called Citizens Against Movie Madness.
But you know what? I don't normally agree with that, but for this particular movie, I'm with movie madness people. I totally agree with them. 100%.
Had the movie stayed in theaters longer, TriStar Pictures estimated it would have earned well over $20 million. I don't see that happening. Many of the kill scenes were directed by editor Michael Spence due to director Charles E. Sellier Jr. being uncomfortable with handling the gore-heavy parts of the film.
Because he was a documentary director, probably. I don't know why he wanted to make this thing. I never did understand that. I guess he thought he was going to get rich off of it. I mean, we all do weird things for money sometimes.
Yep. Maybe they couldn't find anybody else to do it.
Don't know.
6 minutes of footage was edited out of the film out of fear of a potential X rating, reducing the running time from 85 minutes to 79 minutes. The cut scenes included a few extra character beats and some more gory shots. For the Blu-ray release of the film, A search was conducted for the missing footage to prepare an uncut version of the film. And even though the footage was discovered in a TriStar Pictures vault, it had been kept in such poor condition that any restoration would be impossible. If watching the Blu-ray, one can see the noticeable drop in quality between the standard definition inserts and the original theatrical footage. So that's another one of them crappy Blu-rays that they put out.
Yeah.
Since the film's re-release in the spring of 1985, almost all advertising for the film, only excluding the Fangoria film's release in 2013, and cover art for all U.S. video releases, has been focused on the controversy it created in 1984. Mickey Rooney, one of the vocal detractors of the film in 1984, surprised people when he starred in Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, The Toy Maker, in 1991. How many of these are there?
Don't know and don't care.
Leading some to call him a hypocrite.
He is a hypocrite. I agree with him.
It has been theorized that the film was shot under the title The Toy Maker and the name Silent Night, Deadly Night was added in post-production.
That I think I remember that, and that's probably true. Because some idiot thought that using the Silent Night, Deadly Night name was still worth money, and it never was worth money to begin with.
And that if Rooney knew that the film was a Silent Night, Deadly Night sequel before shooting began, he wouldn't have appeared in the film, considering his feelings towards the original film. He was nevertheless willing to play a killer dressed in a Santa suit.
Yeah.
The film's controversy led to Charles Sellier having difficulty finding more work as a director, forcing him to retire from filmmaking and focus on producing instead. I don't see why that would happen, why that would have anything to do.
Because this movie's terrible.
When asked during a 2015 interview about the protests surrounding the film when it came out, Linnea Quigley said, "Oh my God, I was shocked when my manager called me in Mexico where she was filming another movie and said that. I was like, are you kidding me? I mean, to me, that was just another horror film. I couldn't understand it at all." She had some shorts on in this movie, for sure. Almost too short. Graphic designer Bert Klieger created the infamous poster art of Santa going down the chimney with an axe. Phil Donahue dedicated an entire hour of his TV show to the controversy surrounding this film. That's funny. Phil Donahue. Let's see here. Composer Perry Botkin Jr. improvised most of the score while watching a work print copy of the film on Betamax. Afterward, he'd replay the tape with his work and add more layers and melody to polish it off. So he cheated on the score. Let's see here. The axe that gets embedded in the wall Linnea Quigley is leaning against was real. Okay. Much of this film was filmed in Heber City, Utah. The city has changed a lot since then, but the toy store is still there. Has been a dance studio, a hardware store, and is now a gym. I guess it was vacant when they filmed this there and they rented it out to make it a toy store. This film was planned for a limited release, but to open wider by Christmas. But protests, like we said, resulted in the film being pulled all together. Let's see here. As the film's TV ads were pulled off the networks because of the trailer showing Santa carrying an axe, which practically depicted him as a mass murderer, this motivated parents to protest. Lots of protests. They hated this film like Carl.
Because this is a dumb piece of junk movie. That's all there is to it. It's just it's terribly made. The storyline is stupid. The acting is terrible. There is nothing good about this movie, and there never has been. And I've had this same opinion since I first saw it in the 80s, and I continue to have it to this day. Actually, the sequel, part 2, is a better film than this one. I have
Okay.
seen the sequel, at least part 2. I might have seen part 3, but after that, I lost interest. But this is a bad, bad movie. The guy should have stuck to directing documentaries. So I agree with all these people. It's not it's almost a parody of something,
Yeah,
of
I can
terrible
see that.
filmmaking. So that's all there is to it, Brett. This is not a good film.
All right.
Nothing about it works.
So what are you rating it then?
I'll give it a 1. And I don't even know why I give it that high.
Okay.
I just don't. Now, like I said, this is a movie that, and I even wanted to try to rewatch it, but like I said, one of the kids wanted to see it, and they got through a little bit, and they're, no, I don't want to watch this anymore. So we took it back and sold it, or not sold it. We got our money back because Movie Trading Company will give you like a 48-hour grace period, which they still
Gotcha.
do, by the way.
Gotcha.
No, this is a terrible movie. I don't even know why you picked that for this episode, Brett. We should have done Krampus 2, like you originally said.
Krampus.
2.
Maybe we'll do Krampus 2 next year.
I'm not doing any more Christmas movies after this. You ruined it for me. Sorry, Jimbo.
Well,
Brett has totally ruined Christmas for
most
me.
of them are stupid though. Most of the Christmas horror ones are stupid.
Well, Brett's ruined Christmas for me now.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna do it as bad as you. I didn't think it was that bad.
It's a
You're
bad
saying.
movie. And it's
Uh
not because it's gory or it's not because it's violent. It's because it's just a dumb movie. It's a dumb concept and a terrible story and bad acting. Nothing good about it, Brett. Save it
or
if you can try.
I don't think I can save it after that. I can't even follow that.
Right?
Uh
Yeah,
even the special effects were sort of stupid in it,
they were. They were.
Just we could have probably did better.
Well, I mean, obviously, there's a reason why this director's career was ruined after he'd made this movie. That's not a coincidence.
Yeah, I can see that too now.
I'm just being honest. I mean, and I've how many horror movies have I seen? A bunch, and this one's just not a good movie.
All right. Well, I'm going to give it a 2.
I don't know why.
That's as high as I can give it. I'm going to be I'm just being a little nice, I guess. Cuz I don't know. I watched it last night and I don't know. It had its ups and downs.
Plenty
More
of downs.
more downs probably, you're right.
Plenty of downs.
It definitely don't hold up, so
No, it's a terrible movie. It was terrible in the 80s. It's terrible now. That's why it's free on YouTube, unmonetized. I haven't found a movie yet that was actually released in the theaters that's free on YouTube, unless it's just flat in public domain. And this isn't, I don't think, because it's actually out on a fairly new Blu-ray release. So I don't know, man.
gotcha.
I have no more to say about it.
All
Merry
right.
Christmas, and
That's all we got for
don't watch
Silent
this
Night.
movie, people. Don't watch it.
That's all we
The
got for
sequel's better. The sequel's actually not a bad movie. I don't know who made that. Maybe we'll look at that one next year.
maybe. We'll see.
I think it's that baby that disappeared in the sequel. I don't know.
All right, everybody. I guess that's all we got for Silent Night, Deadly Night. If you like what you hear, hopefully, you can check us out on all the podcast platforms, and we are on YouTube if you want to look at
That's
our
where we
ugly mugs.
primarily live now, is on YouTube, if you're wondering.
Yeah, we're mostly on YouTube, but we still put the audio version out for everybody so that don't want to look at us. So we're on all the social medias. Check us out, and Merry Christmas, everybody, and stay evil.
'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. You've made it through Halloween. Now try and survive Christmas. Silent night, deadly night.